Disclaimer: this is an imaginary story. Please don't relate it with any idol or any other person. It's nothing related to anyone's life. It's pure work of fiction. Any resemblance to actual persons, living or dead, or actual events is purely coincidental. It's a Notice 7 story. If you are solo stand and can't see other members, then this story isn't for you. You are on wrong channel. Watch the story carefully, then comment. Be respectful and don't embarrass yourself. Whatever pics are shown in this story, they all have been taken from Google and Pinterest. The credit for them goes to their real owner. Storyline and voice are mine, so please don't copy that. Mafia mention: a place where silence was a rule, discipline was a religion, and fear was the air everyone breathed. Because tonight the king was angry, and when king was angry, even the eldest one didn't dare to speak. Yungi, cold sharp voice. Tiang! Jungkook! Come here right now! Hearing his mad voice, T-Cook immediately ran to living room along with their professor, June, who also ran there. He was holding the pen and papers. He was setting the papers for his students. All three breathed heck to see Yungi's scary face. His face was red, sleeves were folded till his forearms. Veins were clearly popped out and visible. In his one hand there was papers, and in other hand a thick leather belt. Teacock were stopped at a step. Their legs were ready to move after seeing Yungi's scary look. June was behind them. June whispered, "Why did you stop here?" Cook whispered back, "We didn't stop, Yang. Our feet denied to walk." June, "If you didn't move your delicate feet right now, then be ready to lose them next moment." T. Yang, whether the blade falls on the melon or the melon on the blade, the melon is the one that bleeds. Cook, "Melon? Is there any melon in the house? Why didn't anyone tell me? Jin Hyang also didn't give me melon. That's not fair. I'm the youngest Maknae. You have to share your food with me." June, "He's saying a proof. His means whatever is the matter, the weaker always suffer." Cook made a face. "Oh, okay. But what about the melon? You didn't share it with me. You ate by yourself. It's so wrong." June, "There is no melon cookie." Tea, "Where were you when they were handing out brains?" Cook, I was busy in fighting with Jin Hyang over last piece of food." June shook his head in disbelief. "Dumb and dumber. Move before he comes here and drags us." Cook, "But why would he drag us?" June had enough. He grabbed Cook's hand and dragged him to Yungi along with Tea. Cook tried to hide behind June, but June stopped him. Yungi went to June and showed him report cards. "You are their professor. You teach them at school and home too. Then what's this?" June, "Yeah, I can explain." Yungi, "Do you think there is anything left to explain?" Your all the explanation is here. We left their studies on you and you are doing this? If you weren't serious about their studies, then tell me. I will hire a tutor. June, look down. Sorry. Jungi, sorry isn't the answer of anything. I want to know the reason behind their poor performance. June, it's my fault, Hyang. Jungi, of course it's your Hyang. Now you will get punishment. June, punishment? Aren't I too old for punishment? Jungi, no. Looked at Teacock. He can only teach you, but you are the one who delivers. How come your results are so poor even after my warning? It's the proof that you aren't taking me serious, right? Here, Yungi was shouting at Teacock and June. The urchin was preparing the dinner with the help of Hobie. They were talking about Yungi's anger and his behavior. Jin, I can never get peace in this house. I just want to make food without noise pollution. But no, in this house it's impossible. Hobie, you're talking about peace? Have you forgotten that there is no relationship between peace and mafia mentioned? It's the main source of noise pollution. Jin, even I agree with you. I don't understand why does Yungi shout this much? Why is he only care about marks? Hobie, yeah, true. I saw his mark sheet. He didn't this much good in his studies. He just got passing marks. Jin, that's not the truth, Hobie. He wanted to study. In fact, he wanted to be a lawyer. But because of financial crisis, he had to leave his studies in middle. He couldn't get time for studies. He was doing jobs at that time. Hobie, I'm not talking about his sacrifices. We all are grateful for his sacrifices. But now he's getting more strict. Don't you think he is doing over and he shouldn't scare Teacock this much? Jin, of course I do think this. Actually, he became dictator. Hobie, then why don't you talk with him? You are elder than him. He will listen to you. Jin, I'm elder than him only on papers. The only advantage I got that he couldn't hit me. He scolds me like you all, so don't think I'm free from his torture. Hobie, then who will help us? Jin, only God can help us. Let's pray for our well being. Hobie, God, we are yearning for happiness. When will we get happiness? Please do some magic and fill our quiet and scary house with laughter. Teacock in mind. God, please send any superhero who will protect us from Yungi Hang's anger. June in mind. God, I don't want to die in such a young age. I have to read my books. Can't you calm down this scary lion? If you are busy, then send your any helper to solve our problem. Please. They all were praying to get rid away from Yungi's anger. Yungi was shouting and June was sweating mess. He was sweating like he was standing under the sun. Yungi, are you listening? June shook his head vigorously. Yeah, Hyang. I listen your each and every word very carefully. And I promise it will never happen again. Yungi, then why did you shake your head? You are lying, You said this last time too. No, this time I won't let you go without any punishment. You won't read any book for a week. June widened his eyes. For whole damn week? It's cruelty, huh? Yungi ignored his wince. You will stay in Hobie's room for a week. Turned to Teacock. And you too, Showed them leather belt. I will pull out your skin by this. Dropped his hand, letting belt swing. T. Sorry, Hyang. We will do more hard work. Cook. Yeah, Hyang. Please let us go for this time. Yungi. No. I'm being lenient, so you are becoming brat. You both won't get your food for whole week. You will only get simple food. Yungi was shouting and scolding Teacock and June. The aroma of Jin's tasty dinner spread in the living room, making Teacock already hungry. A tiny boy of 3 years jumped inside from the window. His eyes were closed. He was following the food aroma while closing his eyes. Hearing loud voice, he opened his eyes and saw Yungi was shouting and Teacock June were getting scoldings. He saw the leather belt which was folding and swinging in air. He quietly went to Yungi and sat on the belt and started swinging. When Yungi felt the heaviness, he looked down and found a little boy was sitting on the belt and swinging. Boy's cute two eyes met with Yungi's scary eyes. Boy. Why stop, kitty? Mini fun. Swing, swing, mini. Yungi. Who are you? How did you come inside when door is already locked? Minnie. Minnie, no come. Tasty, tasty food, smoke, pull Minnie here. Yungi. Food smoke. June. He meant aroma, Hyang. Minnie looked at June and got shocked. Ah, big body! Cutely went to him and grabbed his palm. Big body, hand, big, big. Compared his hand with June's while placing his palm over June's palm. June smiled and bent down. Because you are a cute little baby. Minnie looked at June and smiled brightly. Yes, Minnie, cute little baby. Again went to Yungi and sat on the belt. Kitty, swing, swing, Minnie. Minnie love swing, swing. Yungi angrily looked at him. What swing, swing? Who are you? How dare you come here? Minnie quickly covered his ear by his both hands. Why, Kitty, shouty, shouty? Climbed on the center table. Someone leg Kitty tail. Yungi, what Kitty leg tail? What are you saying? June, he means Dad has someone stepped on your tail that you are shouting so much. Yungi, is his brain also tiny like him? How can someone step on my tail when I don't have any? I guess he is a mental. T. He is calling you Kitty. That's why asking for your tail. He isn't a mental. Yungi looked at T. You don't understand your syllabus, but understand this tiny chick's language. Well, Minnie screamed. Ah! Yungi covered his mouth by his big veiny hand. Why are you screaming? Now, did anyone step on your tail? Jin ran there. What happened? I heard a little baby screaming. Jungi groaned, raised his hand and showed Minnie, who was biting Jungi's hand while hanging in air. See, this little thief's chick is screaming. Hobie, oh, he's so cute, picked Minnie in his arms. Who are you, baby? How did you come here? T. Yes, Minnie. Tell Hobie Hang what's your name? Minnie shook his head vigorously. What happened? Don't you want to tell your name? Minnie nodded his head vigorously. Now, what's this? Cook. I guess he wanted to tell. Minnie pointed his finger on Jungi. What? You want to go to Kitty? I mean Jungi Hang. Minnie nodded his head vigorously. Hobie, okay, took him to Jungi, but he spat on him. Minnie, ew, Kitty, no tasty. Minnie, come tasty food, no ew. Hand Kitty. Everyone got shocked to see Minnie's this behavior. Minnie made weird faces while spitting on Jungi. Hobie quickly covered Minnie by his hand and ran behind Jin. Jungi, more mad. You little thief chick! You dare to spit on me! Now you are gone! Minnie showed him his tiny fist. Minnie, Shetty, fighting. Come, Kitty. Minnie, punch. Kitty, sleepy. Jin, no, Minnie, fighting isn't good. Looked at Jungi. Jungi, calm down. He's just a kid. Jungi, just a kid? Don't you see how he spat on me? Jin, Jungi, he didn't spit. He only made sound of spitting. Look at your clothes. There is no spit. Jungi looked at his shirt. So what? He dared to spit on me. I won't leave him. Doorbell rang. Jin, Jungi, see, someone is at the door. Go and check. Jungi, first I will deal with this little thief chick, then check the door. Hobie started running with Minnie. Have you lost your mind? He is just a baby. Jungi, baby? He's a bloody thief. He sneaked in our house. Minnie looked at June. Big party? Sneaky means? Jungi, if someone silently come in the house with the intention of stealing. Minnie, Kitty say Minnie thief. Minnie no sneaky. Minnie fighting Kitty. Jin, Minnie, calm down, baby. Cook, open the door. Yes? Men, sorry to disturb you at this time. Cook, no, it's alright. Tell me what happened. Lady, actually, we are searching for a little boy. We were setting our stuffs and our son went missing. He was so hungry. Did he come here or you see him anywhere? Men, we are new here. He is very small. He didn't know anyone. Cook, are you talking about Minnie? Lady, yeah, he is our son, Minnie. Do you know him? Cook smiled. He is inside. Just few minutes ago he came here. Men, thank God he is here. We thought we lost him. We just shipped in your neighborhood. Cook, oh great. Wait a minute. Minnie, see, your mama and dad are here. Please come inside. Men, thank you so much. Jin, Cookie, who are they? Cook. They are Minnie's parents. They were looking for him, so I brought them inside. They are our new neighbors. T. Wow, finally we got new neighbors. That means Minnie will stay in our neighborhood. We can meet him daily. June. Do you want anything, tea or coffee? Lady. No thanks. We just want Minnie. Our whole house is spread. Minnie was hungry, so he ran here. Where is he? June. Don't worry, he is playing with our youngs. We will help you to arrange your house. Yungi came there, swinging Minnie in his arms, who was eating cookie. I caught this little thief chick. Now I will throw him outside. Jin. Yungi, see, Minnie's parents are here. Yungi looked at the couple. Oh, so you are his parents? Give Minnie to them. Take him. Haven't you taught him anything? He sneaked in our house. Men, we are extremely sorry. Actually, he was so hungry. Jin, oh no, it's totally fine. Don't pay attention on him. He was just kidding. Why don't you have dinner with us? Dinner is ready. Lady, thank you so much, but it's alright. We should go now. Let's go, Minnie. Mama will feed you food. Minnie, no go. Minnie, dish the food. Food is more. Come, Minnie here. Men, Minnie, Mama is right. Let's go home. Minnie, stubbornly, no. Hobie, he is right. Please have the dinner with us. We insist, please. Except Yungi, everyone insisted Jimin's parents to have dinner with them, and they agreed because Minnie didn't want to go without eating food. They all happily ate the dinner. Minnie kept bickering with Yungi. His parents were stopping him, but he didn't listen. Yungi wasn't less than Minnie. He was bickering like a child. After ages, Mafia Mansion was filled with laughter. They all helped Minnie's parents to set the house while Tea Cook were playing with Minnie. Time skipped after few days. Few days passed. Minnie's parents were working. Usually they dropped Minnie at the daycare, but since they shifted here, they left Minnie in Mafia Mansion. Everyone loved Minnie so much. Jin prepared daily so many different types of food. Hobie danced with Minnie. June taught Minnie alphabets. Tea Cook played with him, but Minnie loved to bicker with Yunki the most. The quiet and scary Mafia Mansion now filled with laughter and Minnie's giggles. Minnie only went to sleep in his house. Rest he stayed with Mafia family. Yunki was so done with Minnie. He didn't hate him. He was just annoyed. Yungi came to take his important file. He bumped with Minnie, who was drinking milk while eating French fries. His tiny hands were filled with tomato sauce. Yungi, you little chick, can't you sit and eat? One day you will come under my feet. Now move aside. I'm getting late. Minnie grabbed Yungi's long coat. Kitty, Minnie को दूर. Minnie, come fast. Yungi looked at his coat, then Minnie. Why do you always come here to irritate us? I wish you would never return. Minnie hugged Yungi tightly. Kitty bad. Kitty cry. Minnie come fast. Wiped his face and hands in Yungi's long coat and left. Time skipped in the evening. Everyone was sitting in their living room except Cook, who went to give his notes to his friend who missed his school due to sickness. Everyone was missing Minnie. June. Today house is so quiet. I can't believe in just few hours and I already started missing Minnie. Jin. True. Daily I prepare different types of dishes for him. Hobie. He happily welcomed us with his cute eye smile. But today no one welcomed me. Yunki. But I'm so happy. Finally the house is quiet. I can peacefully eat my snacks. Otherwise that little chick always stole my snacks. T. You are so heartless, Yang. How can you not miss him? You know he left his tomato sauce filled fingerprints in every wall. He said bye to every single thing. Yungi, yeah, that little chick dirtied my long coat too. He literally wiped his face and hands in my long coat. Cook ran there while panting and crying. Young. Yungi, Cook, what happened? Cook, news channel. Hobie, what's a news channel? Cook, Minnie. He immediately turned on TV and switched to news channel. There was a news of plane crash. It was the same plane by that Minnie and his parents went on their first family trip. They all trembled to hear it. They turned to Yunki, who was already left to the hospital. Yunki drove to hospital. It was so crowded. Police and army officers were there to manage the crowd. Yungi somehow went inside. He met with the doctor. Others also reached there. Doctor, it was a devastating plane crash. There are no survivors except a little boy, but his condition is extremely critical. Sorry to say, but there is very little hope for his survival. Now, only a miracle can save him. Excuse me. Words are meant to describe our emotions, but sometimes they become the enemy. Careless words can steal our happiness. Minnie, who had become the joy of the Mafia family, came to share the news of his first family trip, but Yungi's careless wish for him to never return turned into a cruel reality. Now Minnie was fighting for his life. Only a miracle could save him. Will a miracle happen? Or will Junki's wish be granted? To be continued. Author's note. That's it for today. I hope you all liked it. It was the requested story for one shot. I hope I didn't disappoint you. You want an emotional story? So here it is. How was a little food thief Minnie and his courage to fight with Mafia King Jungi? Let's see, will they get back Minnie or not? Sometimes we speak without realizing our words, and when we realized, it's already very late. We can't do anything. Never say any wrong thing when person is going outside. You never know when and how your words turn true. Kind words barely turn true, but wrong words quickly turn. So be careful towards your words. I hope you all enjoyed it. We will meet soon with next part. Till then, take care of yourself. Love you all. If you like this story, then please do like, subscribe, share, and comment. I assure you that you will never gonna regret on your decision. Thanks for watching.